What do you say to the charge that if you are a climate change campaigner, but you also travel around the world on a private jet, you're a hypocrite?
I rarely praise the BBC, but on this occasion I will, because they absolutely put Bill Gates in his place here.
Well, I buy the gold standard of funding Climeworks to do direct air capture that far exceeds my family's carbon footprint. And I spend billions of dollars on climate innovation. So, should I stay at home and not come to Kenya and learn about farming and malaria? Anyway, I mean, I'm comfortable with the idea that not only am I not part of the problem by paying for the offsets, but also through the billions that my Breakthrough Energy group is spending, that I'm part of the solution.
I don't know about you, but I did not buy that excuse from Bill Gates. There are so many of these celebrities and millionaires and billionaires who just live in so much hypocrisy. You see it with, people like Taylor Swift, Leonardo DiCaprio, etc. They're all happy to talk about how much the environment matters to them, yet they're completely unwilling to change their lifestyle in any way. But then at the same time, you've got, normal working class people having to pay ULEZ fines, people who are strapped for cash, can barely, count the pennies to pay the rent at the end of the month. They're having to, in the name of, achieving climate targets, they're having to, pay all these taxes and charges that they can barely afford. Meanwhile, these guys do far more damage than anyone is doing, driving their car past a ULEZ camera with their huge, big, mega yachts and their private jets. And I get the argument, right, that if you are a huge high-profile person, maybe for security reasons it's not safe for you to fly on a normal plane with other members of the public. But okay, you don't have to fly like a completely insane amount all the time. If you really are eco-activists, make a few decisions in your life, maybe to not go fly halfway across the world just to go to some party, maybe you try and make some of your tours, make the events closer together. If you're a singer, events that are closer together, a bit less traveling. If you genuinely really cared about the environment, you would not be in gas guzzling private jets all the time. Anyone who has seen the flight path plotting Taylor Swift's flights, I've seen the same for people like Leonardo DiCaprio. It is genuinely shocking the number of flights they are on, doing far more damage to the environment than any of probably me and everyone else watching this video put together. And let's not forget, guys, didn't you see recently the shocking images of them chopping down swathes of the Amazon rainforest in Brazil? Why? To create a new motorway so that people can travel on the motorway to the next COP conference, the next climate conference. I cannot think of anything more hypocritical than that. Chopping down swathes of rainforest. Also, local farmers there were devastated who grow crops in the area that's being chopped down, right? Screwing over those, local workers as well, so that people can travel to this climate conference. You could probably, if you were genuinely climate conscious and didn't care so much for all the champagne and parties, right, you could probably talk to other leaders about climate issues on Zoom. How about that for a change? It wouldn't be as fancy and there wouldn't be as much champagne, but it would be a little bit more climate conscious and wouldn't be destroying the Amazon rainforest. Bonkers, isn't it? Anyway, I'm Chloe Dobbs. I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you subscribe to Reason if you've not already.